Well, hello, I'm so glad you're back here in the kitchen with me. Tonight I'm making caramel corn, one of my favorite snacks. Anyways, when I was a little girl, we used to get caramel corn at the place in the mall, and I think the name of the place was called Caramel Corn. It was so delicious, and you could smell it coming into the mall, the caramel corn aroma. Well, that's what my kitchen's about to smell like. I have my popcorn popped. I have 6 quarts of popcorn in a roasting pan. And you can pop your popcorn any way you want, in the microwave, in a popper, on the stove. Just make sure that you have 6 quarts. Okay, let's get started with a recipe, and it's going to start off on the stove in a saucepan. So let's go over here and get that started. So in my saucepan, I'm going to start with 2 sticks of butter. We'll unwrap that, and then we'll get started with the rest of the recipe. So I have my butter melting, and I'm going to come in now with my light brown sugar. You're going to add 2 cups of packed light brown sugar to your melting butter. Next ingredient, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of dark karo syrup, or I am using a 1/2 cup of molasses. If you don't have molasses, dark karo syrup is perfectly fine. The dark molasses will give it a deeper, richer flavor, but you can't go wrong with the dark karo. But just remember, you need dark karo syrup and not the light. So now we are going to, those 3 ingredients, get that boiling to a rolling boil on about a medium-high heat, and you're going to boil it for 5 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer here as soon as that butter is melted. Okay, I've set my timer for 5 minutes, so I'm going to go over here and set it now. Timer. And I also am going to preheat my oven at 250 degrees. You want to stir this continuously. Okay, it has boiled for 5 minutes. We've cooked it for 5 minutes. I'm going to turn the heat completely off. And if you have one of those glass cooktop stoves that stays hot a long time, I recommend that you move this off of the heat. But for now, you're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, real vanilla, and actually I added a teaspoon, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Going to stir that in, and then we're going to pour that over the top of the popcorn. Get that stirred really good. Get the air all incorporated in there with that baking soda. Okay, we're going to get ready to pour this over the popcorn. I want you to be very careful at this stage. This is so hot, it really could burn you. So you're just going to pour that over the top of that popped corn. Scraping all of that out of that you can. And then get rid of this pan. Go put it somewhere where nobody can get burnt because it is so hot. I'm going to stick it in the sink, and I'll be right back. Okay, now at this point, you're just going to gently toss and coat all of that popcorn. It's going to be kind of messy, but we'll clean it up in just a little bit. So what you're going to do is coat all of the popcorn the best you can. And then we're going to stick it in the oven, and you're going to do this every 15 minutes. You're going to take it out of the oven and stir every 15 minutes for 1 hour. Okay, 1 more from the bottom, stirring up from the bottom. All the caramel that soaked down into the bottom is down there. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. We're going to get it in the oven and set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, there's the first 15 minutes. Go ahead and take it out and stir it. Just toss it around just a little bit. You don't want it to burn on the bottom. And of course, someone's falling out. I can't seem to do this without losing a couple pieces, or 4. Okay, that's all there is to it. Just stir it a little bit and then put it back in for 15 more minutes. Don't forget to set your timer for another 15 minutes. So I'm going in for the 3rd stir. Go ahead and take that out and stir it for another 15 minutes and then we'll be finished. So here we go. It is ready. It's been in the oven an hour. I stirred every 15 minutes. So I've let it cool. I'm going to package it up into little boxes that I got at, I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Walmart too, in the bakery section, in the craft section. But I'm just going to package up some of this to give as gifts in these nice little gift boxes, bakery boxes. You can get them any size. And I'm just going to put the lid on, tie it up with a ribbon, and it's a perfect little gift.